So we're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Hey guys, and we are here for a great Twins Wednesday. It's our final Twins Wednesday of this season as we just got 15 seconds to get enrolled in this very first PGL game where we have $1,000, over $1,000 of total prizes in this one. But we'll be streaming all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. But we do have some great locations that just got some brand new Pilot TVs, which we'd like to highlight those guys and send out a little bit of luck.
Oh yeah, we just sent out those shiny new Pilot TVs on over to McHugh's Grill and Bar, Muddy Chicken Burnsville, Muddy Cow Shakopee, Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville, Red Men Club, Flame Bar, Red Fox Tavern, Goodfellas Lakeview, Old Piper in Lakeview, as well as Blashko's Embassy Bar. Congratulations to all those locations getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. Wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on all these games we have ahead of us on this last Twins Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. But seeing those two locations, that is Muddy Chicken in Burnsville and Muddy Cow in Shakopee, what is the time in your life where you've gotten just coated in mud?
Okay.
I feel like there has to be at least once, living where you have.
Yes, living where we were, I had some hick friends, especially in high school.
Yes.
At one point, they had a nickname for me that wasn't like Chief or something like that.
Yes.
And I don't know why they called me like the Redneck and Janoskis because I had like the Nike Janoskis that are like they're like skating shoes.
Yeah.
So they're like Vans. Mm-hmm. And so I got called that because I was like one of the only like two people that went to like push this truck out. It was just me and one person, and we pushed out of a mud hole.
And you just got coated?
Coated. I had this is like early high school, like maybe late middle school. So I had like and one basketball shorts on. Just
I'm
a random
sure.
T-shirt.
Just absolutely.
And then just like, just Vans.
Well, then it turned into probably just a coating of mud that you were wearing instead.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Yeah, just a nice pant,
just a whole
shirt
layer.
combo of mud that you were able to rock for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it basically just looked like that.
Yeah, I definitely could see that being the way. I've gotten muddy that way, but not too muddy. The muddiest I've ever been is I used to work inspecting pipelines and making sure there was no natural gas leaks on those natural gas pipelines.
You basically just kind of go.
No, I have like a little nose, like inspector thing that sniffs the ground as while I walk. But those pipelines would go through swamps. And so I would have to walk through swamps with the detector to make sure that there was no gas leaks in the swamps.
You're not getting me walking in a swamp.
And so I would be about chest level high.
You got the
fully. Yes, I got the weights.
Yeah.
I got the waders on, and just having to truck through the big swamp over there, coming out just coated in mud. Still have about a mile and a half before I get to the next stop, where we get into the truck where I can actually take the waders off again, because then I'm in a path where there's no swamp anymore or anything like that.
Man, I wish I'd be able to. I could like throw on waders for something other than work sometimes.
Yeah,
it'd be nice to throw on waders and being like, oh, I'm going like fly fishing.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
It's like that's nice. Most of the time I've had to throw on waders, it's because oh hey, guess what? Stuff's happening.
Yeah, we gotta
Good
go.
luck.
You're like, this is gonna stink. We're gonna have to get in the water. Make sure you don't fall down, and so you don't sink.
Oh yeah. Or it's like even like you know what was worse than having to throw on waders?
What?
Was working at the water park and you were like dry for like the entirety of the day.
Yes.
And then it's like that last like 10 minutes before you're supposed to go.
And you have to get fully into the water.
Fully into the water because like, oh, you're at like the bottom of the water slide. Someone dropped their glasses in there or something. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where it's like, I can't even use my foot to pick it up.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it would
I
always
want to break these glasses.
That would definitely be that was always my least favorite thing to have happen. And I'm also just like a person that hates like the process of like getting wet. Like
I don't like
I like swimming.
Oh, yeah.
I like being, once I'm in the water, I have a good time. But the process of like me going from dry to being in the water is probably like something I dread more than any other part of swimming.
Especially when you're not sure if you're going to be swimming for a long time.
Oh yeah. So when I
it's
was
like, I
so
might as well not get in.
so when we were
right?
both working as lifeguards, that was probably the worst thing to happen while you were lifeguarding.
Oh, yeah.
Is just
And
having to get wet at the last moment.
And it's like you couldn't even like complain about it to anyone, especially not a guest, because like when they're gonna say, "Well, where do you work?"
Yeah, what are you getting paid for? I mean, that's what I was getting paid for. It just stinks that I have to do what I'm paid for.
Oh, yeah.
We got 5 minutes for you guys to get the rest of those plays. And as Tom22 is in first place with all of their plays done, but there are some players outside of our top 5, like Woody and Acedia, who is in that 10th place spot with some plays. Lindy Lou in 3rd place, as well as Gold Member in 2nd have some plays. Oh, yeah, good old, why am I blanking on the spy's name?
James Bond.
Is James Bond Gold Member?
Well, he's not gold.
No,
but
I'm
it's a James Bond
thinking
series.
of the parody.
Oh, the Austin Powers.
Yes, Austin Powers Gold Member.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because isn't that one Goldfinger?
Oh, that's what it is.
Gold members?
Gold Member is the James Bond, and the parody of the Gold Member is
Goldfinger?
Goldfinger.
Right?
Yes, you're completely right on the money. I'm so wrong with that.
No, because I'm not 100% sure.
I think
either.
you're right.
Goldfinger's the James Bond one. Gold Member is the Austin Powers one.
Oh,
I had mixed it
okay,
up.
so we mixed it up. So
Yeah.
he's the Austin Powers one. Good job. We'll see if you can get into that top 2 as you still have some plays left. But Lindy Lou has taken over first place with a few plays left still.
Oh, yeah. I love all those Austin Powers remakes. They're all so good.
They for sure are always a blast to watch.
Especially
do
just
you
the
like
car
the
when he's
first one
trying
or
to
the
back-
second one more?
You got to go with the first one.
I'm a first one guy, but the
But, like,
second one
second
is
one is
good. That has
hilarious.
Beyonce in it, correct?
I think so. Which is the one where he's when he's trying to is it like Mr. Diabolical? Is that what he's going? No, I always forgot his name. But when he's trying to like reverse the cart in the hallway, and he's like there for like 10, like 20 minutes, just like
I don't remember. Do you want to tell you same genre of movie, but just different way of going about it is probably one I actually enjoyed more than the Austin Powers ones is Masters of Disguise.
Oh, Masters of Disguise. That's also Mike Myers as well.
I think so.
He's in it at least, I believe. But yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was probably one that I enjoyed even more than the Austin Powers series, as it was just so funny when I originally watched it.
Are they making a new one?
No, it's a Dana Carvey.
Oh yeah, it is Dana. Yeah, Dana Carvey.
Yeah, that's who plays Master of Disguise. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff. We are still in this game. 2 minutes for you guys to finish up this one, but we got some jackpots to talk about, and we've given out 20 jackpots over the last 7 days, and over 300 jackpots during this season 12. But only one of those jackpots actually went out yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that jackpot went out to Sarah, who's playing over at Double R Saloon, who took home a whopping jackpot of $1,043.75. Good job to you, Sarah. Definitely a good jackpot there.
Yeah, speaking of jackpots, we love highlighting a specific player that is the largest jackpot winner over the past weekend. Over this past weekend, we gave out a jackpot to Mikey Wins over at Steve O's, who took home $23,632. And over at Steve O's, everyone playing there is supporting the West Metro Fire Rescue District Firefighters Relief. Their mission is to be committed to protecting the community's quality of life through prevention, preparedness, and all hazard emergency responses.
Oh, yeah, definitely important to celebrate and, try and support those firefighters as often as you can.
Oh, yeah, and that's just a little reminder that wherever you guys are playing at, you guys are supporting a specific charity that is helping out your community. So, I mean, good job to you guys. I mean, helping out the community while playing some really fun bingo games. I mean, one where you could take home over $300 for a first-place prize. We do have Susan still in first place. We'll see if they can hold on to it as they're playing at JD's Tap House.
Oh, yeah.
And with some plays left.
Ooh, yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys are going for that, we got a fun this day in history. And in 1810, on this day, the Bavarian Crown Prince Louis, later King Louis I of Bavaria, marries Princess Therese von Sachsen-Hildburghausen. The Bavarian royalty invited the citizens of Munich to attend the festivities held in the fields in front of the city gates. These famous public fields were named the Theresienwiese, or Therese's Fields, in honor of the crown princess. Although locals have since abbreviated the name simply to Wiesen, horse races in the presence of the royal family concluded the popular event celebrated in varying forms all across Bavaria.
Yeah,
and actually, this ended up later becoming, I watched a video on this earlier today, and I just remembered King of Bavaria. This was the start of Oktoberfest.
Yes, it is.
It was the very first Oktoberfest. They basically, the premise, they talk about all the cool stuff. Yeah, they had fun in front of the city gates.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially, obviously, you guys all know what Oktoberfest is. It's just drinking. So basically, this entire country, they all had such a fun time getting drunk together that they decided to continue it as Oktoberfest, but then they knocked it back into September.
Really?
Because they wanted to have more daylight time and warmer weather so that they could have a longer time drinking.
That is hilarious. Awesome stuff. We do have a first place winner in this game. It's official. Susan over at JD's Tap House is taking home $305. Good job, Susan, in this game. And we are about to get enrolled into this next one. But congratulations to our big winner. We'll get the rest of the top 10 to you guys in just one moment as we get enrolled into this next PGL game. But you were talking about the first Oktoberfest and just how it actually, they made it longer, did anything in their power, basically.
And it's gonna sound a little messed up. They basically did whatever they could to have the most fun while they were drunk.
Yeah, that is great.
You have to respect it. Other than St. Patty's Day that we have, I think America's one of the biggest countries that celebrates that. We have that, but we do not have a week-long or almost week to several day long drinking binge as a national holiday.
Yeah, that is
and
insane.
It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, it's cool that was the first one of its kind. Oktoberfest, definitely some really, really fun stuff there. We are getting enrolled into a little bit of top dog action. This should be a really fun game as we hopefully give out some really nice prizes. After that, we get into some Meso Perch, and that's the high-low game of Blingo Bingo. We'll hop back in and see what games we have once we get past that. But definitely some awesome stuff as we just played that game of Pride of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, one of our favorite games out there. But as you guys are out here earning all this cash, you guys are also out there earning a bunch of points for your PGL standings. And we just had another PGL night last night, and some of these switch-ups, we had a couple switch-ups.
Oh, yeah, and moving from unranked to 10th place, just last night, we got Panda over at the roadside with 654,680 points. With 610,940 points previously in 7th. Now in 9th, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford. Moving up from 9th into 8th, we got Sarah Honey at VFW Austin, big-time player, now with 750,510 points. With 760,960 points previously in 8th, now in 7th, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville. 6th place is Chapster over at Moe's with 789,500 points. With 791,010 points. In 5th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 827,620 points. With 843,150 points in 3rd place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. 2nd place is Devoided over at the Roadside with 853,885 points. And with 1,233,375 points, really dominating so far this season and looking to be able to hold on to that first place spot, we got Forget You D at VFW Austin.
Oh, yeah, good job to all those players in those standings, but on to the locations that are out there supporting. In 10th place, previously in 9th, getting pushed back, we got Corner Bar and Grill Winstead with 2,076,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 10th, pushing them back, it's Corner Bar and Nicolette with 2,079,000 points. In 8th place, holding on to that spot, we have LJ's in Miltona with 2,195,000 points. With 2,229,000 points in 7th place, we have VFW Austin. In 6th, it's Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake with 2,332,232 points. In 5th, we have Corner Pocket and Rice with 2,256,000 points. In 4th place, we have Mabel Liquor Store with 2,504,000 points. In 3rd place, previously in 2nd, getting pushed back, we have Poppers in Virginia with 2,746,000 points. Shortly ahead in 2nd, pushing them back, it's VFW Northfield with 2,751,000 points.
Big move for VFW Northfield.
Oh, yeah, but they're going to have to do a lot of catching up to catch up to that first place location because they've been holding on to it for a while now. It's currently Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud in their own point club with 3,565,000 points. Only about, 200,000 points away from having a full 100,000 point lead.
1 million.
1 million point lead. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
gosh.
but what's crazy enough is that
Cool.
Poppers in Virginia, VFW Northfield, and Howie Sports Bar and Grill, if you asked me about a month and a half ago, I would have told you they were all in a really close race with each other. And so Howie Sports Bar and Grill in about a month and a half has made it go from a really close race with those two locations
to a runaway
to almost a 1 million point lead. We'll see as there is still a little bit left in this season for Poppers in Virginia and VFW Northfield to try and catch up, but really it is coming down to the wire for Howie Sports Bar for them to be able to make that big catch up as Howie Sports Bar continues to just build on that lead.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys are out there supporting all your favorite locations, and it seems a lot of you guys are out here supporting Howie's.
Oh, for sure. Now, what is your location and player to watch for today?
My player you're going to be needing to watch out for is currently going to be Sloppy. He's only about 10,000 points behind Devoided. That's pretty close. There are closer ties in those standings, but once you get into that top 3, those 10,000 points are really going to kind of not matter as much.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree. So, yeah, that's a good watch. I'm going to go with, we call him that all the time, High Rising Brizo. I'm going to say he's going to be moving up in these standings as he's got to get into that 800,000 point class and try and catch up to Bergar.
Oh, yeah.
But for location-wise, I'm probably going to watch out for Poppers in Virginia. Big-time location that has a bunch of big-time players at it that are consistently playing all the time. So I'm going to say they're going to be moving back into 2nd place.
Oh, yeah, they did just get pushed back, so that is going to be a close one to watch out for. Another race is going to be between VFW Austin and Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake. VFW Austin isn't all that too far behind, making that a pretty close race.
Yeah, big-time location as well. Definitely some awesome stuff there. We do still have 8 minutes left in this game, and right now, Nikki is in 1st place, which is pretty crazy because Nikki is also doing production for us on this broadcast. So we got the double Nikki broadcast on this one.
Might have to look into that.
Yeah. We'll see. Nikki, are you in Minnesota right now? I'd assume not. No. But we do have those winners from our Pride of Minnesota top 10.
Oh, yeah. Kicking it off in 10th, we got El Duggo over at St. Patrick's Tavern, taking home $12. Taking home $24 in 9th, we have B&N over at VFW Zimbrata. In 9th, it's Player over at Happy Hour Bar, taking home $24. In 7th, it's Chooch 832 over at Hooligans, taking home $24. In I had my standings just had to do a little restart on me.
Oh,
real quick.
yes.
Yeah. In 6th place, we had Hackridge over at Niçoise Legion, taking home $36. 5th was Gold Member over at Shortstop Tavern, taking home $61. Taking home $122 was Tom 22 over at Sundance Golf Banquet Bowl. In 3rd was Acadia over at VFW Dilworth, taking home $146. Taking home $219. In 2nd, we had Lindy Lou over at VFW Dilworth. And in 1st was Susan over at JD's Tap House, taking home $305. Just saying Susan ominously reminds me of Monsters vs. Aliens.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Gave me chills.
Yeah, definitely a good movie.
Yeah, I love that one. And it doesn't get much better than that Blob character.
Oh, no. I think the only reason why he was just, so funny was that they just, he was just Seth Rogen.
Exactly. That was exactly. And
because his laugh was still there and everything, it was great.
That was one of my favorite movies as a child.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
We do just have 6 minutes left in this game. Hopefully you guys are getting those plays in. But Susan, with very little plays in this one, is very much leading the pack with 22,000 points. But we do have some movies released on today that we'd love to highlight. And today in 2001, Halloween Town #2 is released. It's Calabar's Revenge.
Oh yeah, I loved all the Halloween towns. They were great, except for when they removed the main actor from the series. After that, once they removed Kimberly J. Brown, I was like, okay, we can call it.
Okay. I never got too into the Halloween Town series as I wasn't showed them till later on in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Or I saw them on like a TV, like TV was showing them. I never owned one of the Halloween Towns.
Oh yeah, they had like skull phones in it, and I was just like all for it. I liked them. I thought they were pretty funny. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely fun. Let's see. It's an angry warlock has stolen a magic spell book and plans to turn everyone into whatever costume they're wearing at midnight on Halloween.
I thought that was so awesome. I was okay with that.
It is a race against time to get the book back and save the humans from the permanent horror. No, I would do this would be awesome for me because I would be like a Jedi and I would have like the Force, or I would be like the Flash and I'd be like super fast or something. So I'd be a-okay with this happening.
Yeah, I was fine with it because most of my Halloween costumes, it was like the only one I would have been a little like upset about is one year I was Darth Vader, and I was like, I would have been a little upset if I would have had like
had to permanently wear the suit
and have like the robotics and stuff. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, Vader's in pain all the time.
Yeah, no, that would be not a great character to turn into.
Yeah, but you are also the greatest living Force presence of all time.
Yeah, that's true. So
Yeah.
you're super powerful, though.
I would have taken your Halloween costume down.
I'm trying to think. I did Luke. That was the main one I did.
Never mind.
Sophie did Leia a bunch.
Yeah.
Let me
You
think.
guys were close in the age range, too, to where it was like, you guys are twins.
Yeah, we could be Luke and Leia, and it
Yeah.
worked out really, really well. I'm gonna say another one that I would have loved to turn into is I was a spy. I was like a ninja spy one year,
Yeah.
and I had a bunch of gadgets and stuff like
Oh,
that
yeah. Me
on
and
like
Gordon
a
did
belt.
that, too. We were like, it was almost like they were from like Spirit Halloween. So technically, you know how they always do like the not quite the name of the characters.
Yes,
but
it's
it was
like
close.
basically Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, me and Gordon. Gordon was basically Sub-Zero, and I was basically Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's super fun. I'm trying to think what other ones I would have loved to change into.
I was Dale Earnhardt Jr. one year. That would have been cool to be in.
The
pretty
one I
cool
would have been
driver.
disappointed to turn into is if I would have changed on the year that I was a Dancing with the celebrity dance like contestant. Like I was that for 1 year, and I was like a disco guy, and it was super awesome.
That's all right. You guys are all about to hear about the one Halloween costume I would have been a little upset if I would have stayed as.
What?
1 year, my grandma had talked me into being a 20s flapper dancer.
Oh, I have seen photos of this. Yeah.
Yes, you have. I had I'm pretty sure I had like fishnets on.
It was
flats,
great. It's
The
awesome.
whole work, like pearls, like the whole hairdo was up. It was.
You looked
something else.
fantastic. You
I
looked
did.
fantastic.
I looked like Megan if she was a 20s flapper. Basically, 'cause we have like this. You guys can't tell now, but we have like the same like facial profile.
Yeah, if you guys don't know Megan, it's his older sister that
Yeah.
you would be really hard pressed to know that it's his older sister.
Yeah.
As she's quite short.
Yeah, she's like, you guys, she's 4'11". She's gonna be so upset because I don't think she watches this, but you never know. Yeah, family. But like, she still shops in the kids department.
Oh yeah, hey, I don't blame her. You
Dude,
get
those
great
shoes,
prices.
they get
great
cheaper.
prices.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
definitely a cool movie released onto the way, Halloween Town #2, where they changed into their where they were trying to change them into their Halloween costumes.
Oh, yeah,
which I would have absolutely loved. Oh, I was a Ninja Turtle one year. I would have loved to become a Ninja Turtle.
Their story's a little sad though.
Yeah, no, but I would love to just become, a giant turtle that knew karate.
Yeah, see, exactly. That's awesome. Your best friend's a rat. It's like, come on now. How much better does this get? Next up, released in 2007, another Halloween movie. This one, maybe even better. We got Twitches 2, the first Twitches, and another Halloween sequel movie. You gotta love Twitches. It had it was like they were like OG twins.
Yeah, the Maori twins.
Yeah.
They were really, really entertaining and iconic for the Twitches series. If you guys don't remember the Twitches, it's also the one where they had the moon necklaces that signified something big, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, they did. I think one had a moon and one had the sun.
Was it one had the sun?
Yeah.
Yes, that was totally what it was. But it was one of the more entertaining
Because it was-
witch like teen witch movies that were out when we were kids.
It was great. I love Twitches. My sister was just big on it. So
Yeah.
I
See,
watched it. But I was like, I liked the story behind it. It was a fun movie.
It was another one of those movies that I literally only watched during the Halloween time when it was on like Disney XD or something
yeah.
like that. And so I didn't get too many watches of it, but it was definitely entertaining when I did watch it.
This did release on Disney, didn't it?
I don't remember if it was a Disney movie or not.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's Disney's Twitches.
I wonder if that's on
Disney Plus?
yeah, on their their streaming service, cuz that'd be something I'd like to watch. Ooh, pardon me. Now that it's getting to Oh man.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus, as well as Fudu TV.
Oh, nice. And they got Hocus Pocus. I forgot they added the new Hocus Pocus too.
Oh, the newest isn't that is that the one that they just had a new one released just a few weeks ago or just about a week ago?
Yeah, about a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hocus Pocus
I
2.
know. I just watched the original Hocus Pocus.
Oh, so good, right?
I rewatched it for the first time in like so long.
Yeah.
But yes, super entertaining, and I'm very glad that they got all the same cast back to do Hocus Pocus 2.
Exactly. I was really happy about
But
that.
I think I'm gonna have to wait to watch it with Jordy's mom before I actually get to watch Hocus Pocus 2.
You are gonna have to,
as I think they really want to watch it together.
Yeah, because I asked Jordy if we all wanted to watch that because like it's Halloween time.
And she was like, I have to wait for my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably have to wait for that as well. But I'm super excited to watch it. I love all these little fun Halloween movies.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to watch a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, Charlie Brown Christmas is going to be so good. This is going to be the first year that Charlie Brown Great Pumpkin is going to be streaming on TV.
Wow, so
It's
sad.
free, though.
We do have Horseshoe over at Valley Lanes taking home that $568 first place prize. Good job, Horseshoe. As we are now going to get enrolled into this next game, a little bit of Meso Perch action.
Ooh.
Should be some really fun stuff. Just about 4 minutes to get enrolled in this game, and we should have a bunch of great prizes in it.
Oh, yeah, make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play because it's going to be a good one. We were just talking about Twitches too, but we got a couple more movies that were released today. And in 2012, we have the first Sinister movie.
Yeah, Sinister. Is that a series as well?
I think
Yes, it is.
They made like 2, right? How many? I think so.
Yeah, okay. It's,
Or is it Insidious I'm thinking of?
True crime writer Elson Oswald, played by Ethan Hawke, is in a slum. He hasn't had a bestseller in more than 10 years and is becoming increasingly desperate for a hit. So when he discovers the existence of a snuff film showing the death of a family, he vows to solve the mystery and moves his own family into the victim's home and gets to work. However, when the old film footage and other clues hint at the presence of a supernatural force, Elson learns that living in the house may be fatal.
Ooh, that one I actually haven't seen the first Sinister.
You haven't seen the first Sinister?
I've seen like clips of it when they're going through all the footage and he like pops up in the back, and then I've seen like the scenes where like they're walking up the stairs and stuff like that. I was never really big on scary movies.
Oh, okay.
But like it was mostly like around that time they were coming out, like 2012. I wasn't watching scary movies all that often or anything like that.
Yeah.
Most of them I thought were kind of like almost like kind of boring.
Yeah, there is a
didn't like the
Sinister
setup.
2 as well.
Ah.
Yeah, which I wonder what Sinister 2 is about. Yeah, it looks like it involves a different family dealing with a very similar situation.
I'm guessing in the same house.
But it looks like Ethan Hawke and a lot of the original cast from the first Sinister is in it as well.
Oh, nice.
Maybe they're helping out.
Yeah.
I think this is all. Is this all a part of the Annabelle
No, I think it's part of the
Conjuring series?
I think it's linked with Insidious, isn't it?
Oh, it might be Insidious.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's always hard to be able to tell because there are a bunch of them that interconnect with each other that have been coming out over the last few years.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure on if the Sinister series is connected in any way. We do just have 1 minute and 45 seconds for you guys to get into this one. $1,283 of total prizes. I think Black Phone is in Sinister.
So, Sinister and Insidious producer claims that the crossover between horror movie franchises Insidious and Sinister is likely to happen at some point in the future.
Okay, so they're supposed to be in the same universe.
Okay, so the Black Phone is a reunion of the creative team responsible for 2012 Creep Fest Sinister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's completely connected because Ethan Hawke is playing a different character than what he was in the Sinister series.
Maybe, but I think it's just I think Annabelle is connected to like the Nun
Conjuring,
and then Conjuring.
Yes.
But, yeah, that's the film series. I think.
Oh, okay. Super cool stuff. 2012 Sinister was released, and in the final movie that was released on today was in 2018 Beautiful Boy, which I've never seen.
I'm guessing that's a horror movie as well.
I don't think so. It's got Timothy
maybe
Chalamet, Steve Carell, Amy Ryan, and a bunch of other pretty big actors and actresses. It's about teenage Nicholas Chef seems to have it all with good grades and being an actor, artist, athlete, and editor of the school's newspaper. When Nick's addiction to meth threatens to destroy him, his father does whatever he can to save his son and family.
Oh, that's gonna be a
That's a tearjerker. That's
Yeah,
probably a tearjerker right there.
That is a really hard. That's gonna be a hard to watch movie.
I'm sure Steve Carell and Timothy Chalamet kill that too.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like Have you seen the movie World's Greatest Father?
No, what is that one?
That's Robin Williams, and he deals with the after effects after his It's just like his character dealing with his the after effects after his son.
Yes,
takes his own life.
No, there's definitely a few of those movies that are just hard to watch and stuff like that. And hopefully this has a nice redeeming end to it, as a few of those don't have redeeming ends.
Some of those movies where I read the start and I'm like, it needs to have some redeeming
Like
quality.
I hope he comes through good at the other end, that one. Well, those are definitely some great movies released on today. Halloween Town, Twitches 2, Sinister, as well as Beautiful Boy, all being released on today. I would say probably Halloween Town 2 is my favorite of all those.
Oh yeah, it's definitely between Halloween Town 2 and Twitches 2.
Twitches 2 is so good too, but that's more of I don't know. I don't understand why there's such a love for Twitches 2. I don't even remember the movie at all. But
I don't remember either of the Twitches movies, but you know what I do remember? That they were good.
I remember I liked them. I enjoyed them. Where I actually do remember Halloween Town 2.
I do as well.
Yeah, so I don't know why. I feel like I should say Twitches is my favorite, but I'll just go with Halloween Town 2.
That's fair.
We do have 8 minutes for you guys to get all those plays in. We got Ms. Wolf out there in first place. Glad to have you, Miss Wolf. We'll see if anyone else can challenge Miss Wolf for that first place spot, or if she'll be able to hold on to it for the entirety of this game. We do have lunchtime bingo games every single day from 12 all the way till 1, and we're either playing Vikings bingo or Twins bingo. And the combination of the points you earn during Vikings and Twins bingo gets added together into our lunchtime bingo standings, which we call the Twiking Zone. We have had some shakeups over the last few days, making for some interesting different standings.
Oh, yeah. Starting us off on the player side of things. In 10th, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 99,000 points. The only player outside of that 100,000 point club, but not by much. In 9th, it's Kirby over at VFW Blaine with 100,000 points exactly. In 8th, it's Red over at American Legion Fridley with 103,000 points. With 122,000 points in 7th, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. In 6th place, we got Tez over at Poppers with 135,000 points. In 5th place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 191,000 points. In 4th place, we got Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 197,000 points, really close to that 200,000 point club. In 3rd place, starting off that 200,000 point club, but previously in 2nd, getting pushed back, we got Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley with 213,000 points. In 2nd place, previously in 3rd, pushing Scrub Eye back, it's Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 216,000 points. And in 1st place and holding on to that lead for a while now, it is Mikey Wins. Actually, just for a little bit now, it's Mikey Wins over at Steve O's with 233,000 points. Had just recently pushed Scarlet back, who had just gotten pushed back by Nan.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff in these standings. Mikey Wins, I mean, really building on that lead yesterday. Yeah. They got into 1st place, only had about 3,000, 2,000 point of a lead. Yeah. And then yesterday, they just came into lunchtime winning in just a bunch of wins during the lunchtime. Able to get 233,000 points. Super impressive. But onto the location side of these standings. In 10th place, we got Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 105,000 points. With 113,000 points in 9th place, we got Steve O's in Crystal. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 120,000 points. With 123,000 points in 7th place, we got Miniger's Sports Hub in La Crescent. 6th place is our place on 3rd in Faribault with 236,000 points. With 239,000 points in 5th place, we got VFW Blaine. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia with 345,000 points. Recently getting into the 400,000 point club in 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven with 401,000 points. With 459,000 points in 2nd place, we got American Legion Fridley. And starting to run away with it, over 100,000 point lead in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with 560,000 points.
Oh yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. I'm liking the skeleton coming out for Halloween.
Good old Ugly in 1st place. Definitely some awesome stuff there. They do have a lot of their plays finished up though.
Yeah.
As we see a few formerly in 1st place, Miss Wolf still has a lot of those plays to try to get back in 1st place.
Same with TJS as well, only
Yeah.
in 3rd.
And Lisa S is right there in that race as well. Travelers have a bunch of plays. You got Dirk, Jay, Froy, Z in 6 has a lot of plays left as well. We'll see who's going to be moving around in these standings. But we do have a little bit of Timberwolves news to get into. And a Timberwolves lineup looking more like the 2021-22 version took to the floor in Sunday's night 119-117 preseason victory over the Los Angeles Clippers. With Karl-Anthony Towns making his debut, but Rudy Gobert sitting out, the Wolves featured a starting 5 of holdovers from last season in D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniel, Naz Reid, and Towns. Towns, sidelined at the start of training camp by an illness, played 26 minutes, scoring 19 points with 6 rebounds and 6 assists. He shot 5 of 11 from the floor, including 3 of 6 from the three-point range. Reid had a great game as he scored 20 points, including 10 in the 4th quarter, went 9 of 13 shooting, and added in 11 points to get that 20-point double-double. And Edwards, he had a nice game, scoring 14 points in nearly 30 minutes of action. Definitely some great stuff to see that team starting to get its groove together and seeing more of those starters play in this preseason.
Oh, yeah, and if you want to continue to support those Timberwolves in their preseason, they're going to be playing tonight against the Lakers at 9 p.m. for you guys, so not too far ahead.
Yeah, it should be some really fun stuff. Let's check out what's happening in that game as we'll get the latest injury report from that one as let's check it out. Just got to find it. Okay. It looks like Troy Brown Jr. remains on injury as well, but Dennis Schroeder is now going to be available for his debut for Los Angeles. Let's see also. But all the Timberwolves are listed as available. So we have a complete onslaught of players. Anthony Edwards, Rudy Gobert, Karl-Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell all there to be able to play in this game. So it is possible we could see more of these vets in the game than in their street clothes tonight.
Oh, wow. This would be awesome.
And it looks like also we could see Anthony Davis playing against us, getting a little bit more of a real look. But we'll probably it would be a hard task to see Davis, LeBron, Russell Westbrook, and Patrick Beverly all out there at the same time.
Especially this close to the main season, it's probably not.
With those older veterans, we have some young studs and some younger veterans, so we can do this kind of stuff. Yeah. We can put those guys out there. Karl-Anthony Towns can play some preseason games. Rudy Gobert can still play some preseason games.
If anything, it's just warm-ups for them for the regular season.
Exactly.
For those older veterans.
Yeah,
that's like asking them to break a leg before
they
the
also
season
they
starts.
also need less time to gel with their teammates.
Oh yeah,
like those
they know what's going on. They know their team like the back of their hand.
Yeah, they know they've played with so many different style players that they pick it up pretty quickly. Where we have a bunch of young guys, and we got to mesh this full team together, and so having those preseason minutes mean a little bit more to our Timberwolves than a team like the Lakers.
Especially helping Rudy Gobert just get a little bit more accustomed to the Timberwolves during this preseason time, so he's not like struggling a little bit once this season
Where
starts.
do you see the Timberwolves actually finishing in the West out of all the teams? Do you see them landing in a third place spot in the West, or are they going to be competing for a play-in spot at like the 7th seed, 8th seed?
I don't see us competing for a spot in the play-in tournament.
So you
this
say
year.
somewhere in our top 5, somewhere in the top 5 in the West?
I think we're going to be top 5 in the West.
Yeah, because top 5 in the West would be top 10 in the NBA.
Yeah.
And so I would say we're probably right around there. I think we're going to finish around the 3rd seed this season would be my guess.
And honestly, I'm hoping for one of those one of the high seed spots. Just because
Easier
makes
path.
Exactly. So you're not having to play against someone who's like first seed in your first game, and it's like, oh great, lovely.
Yeah, what stinks about the West is they're so stacked and everything
Yeah.
like that. You'll probably end up playing a LeBron James, a Damian Lillard, or even maybe a good Memphis team who just beat us last year.
Yeah.
They might be in those play-in tournaments as well. And
Yeah.
so it may not be as easy as we hope, but it's definitely easier than having to take on one of the first seeds or second seeds in the first round. So hopefully we can get some good wins on this one, and we can have a really good season as these players continue to develop and mesh with each other. And we'll see a little bit more meshing happening tonight as those Timberwolves are at the Lakers at 9 p.m.
Oh, yeah, but it looks like we have finally clicked on to all zeros. For right now, it looks like Ugly's in first place, but we'll wait until we see that blue screen for verification. It's
Yeah,
definitely
it was a
pretty
close end, though.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it really ended in a close race for first place.
Only like 300 points.
And so, yeah, we definitely want to wait for that blue screen to pop up to announce it. And there it is. It's official. Ugly over at Eagles Nest Bar and Grill, taking home a pretty jackpot of $187.
Oh, yeah, maybe you'll be able to get some of that beauty sleep tonight.
Yeah, some prosthetics to cover up the bones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, no, that would probably just make him creepier, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. With the picture, he really does look like the taxi driver from Halloween Town.
Yes, definitely. We're about to get enrolled in another PGL game, and we're about to get into a little bit of Blingo Bingo action, which is our high-low game where the best players in the state take home some great cash, as well as the worst players in the state take home some awesome cash as well. Should be some really, really fun stuff, so get enrolled in the next 4 minutes. But as you guys are getting enrolled, we do have some celebrity birthdays we'd love to get into. And the first one is born in 1906, Joe Cronin, a American Baseball Hall of Fame shortstop. He was a 7-time MLB All-Star, was the manager for the Boston Red Sox, as well as the Washington Senators, and was an executive, was the AL president from 1959 to 1973.
Wow, that's definitely some awesome stuff.
Yeah, a legendary career, was just very influential in baseball, I guess, outside of just being a 7-time All-Star in the MLB. But he also was just a big-time being a executive, being a coach, being just involved in baseball everywhere.
Yeah, it was definitely some really cool stuff. Even being the American League president for somehow like 20 years, definitely crazy.
Definitely really, really cool stuff. He got inducted in 1956 to the MLB Hall of Fame. He had 2,285 hits and had a managerial record of 1,236 to 1,055. So had a winning record for his management career.
Ooh, definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to you, Joe Cronin. Next up on our celebrity birthday list, born in 1921, we got Jaroslav Drobny, a Czech ice player known for winning the Olympic silver in 1948 and being a tennis player winning the Wimbledon in 1954, as well as the French Open in 1951, as well as 1952. How do you go from ice hockey to tennis?
That is impressive.
Which
that
one do
is
you
a
do first?
athlete right there. Okay, so
Why
he
are
was
all of his
world
tennis pictures showing up first. Do you see? He looks like Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, he's world #1 amateur tennis and ice hockey champion.
Whoa.
He left Czechoslovakia in 1949 and traveled as an Egyptian citizen before becoming a citizen of the United Kingdom in 1959. Then passed away in 2001, but looks to be like mainly famous for his tennis, but also took home a silver in hockey as well.
How are you a #1 amateur in tennis and then do that in hockey?
And also in hockey, he's the #1 amateur tennis and hockey champion.
Yeah.
Like he was #1 in both sports.
How do you just go into two completely different sports, being an amateur, and just like be the #1?
That people talk about Bo Jackson being a crazy athlete. This guy's right up there with Bo Jackson being that
And those
that
are like
good.
completely different muscle groups and everything.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean skating on ice, being an elite hockey player, and then going out there and winning the Wimbledon French Open as a tennis player.
That's unheard of.
He's crazy. You gotta be a certain level of a psychopath to be able to do all that kind of stuff. Happy birthday, born in 1921, Jaroslav. How do you say his last name?
Drobny?
Drobny. Yeah, that sounded like the best. Born in 1935, we got Luciano Pavardi, in Italian operatic, operat. I don't know how to say that. Tenor.
Operatic?
Yeah. He did Giorgio and the Three Tenors.
Oh yes, my voice gets compared to his very often.
Oh yeah. No, this is one thing that I would love to actually be able to listen to is go to a real opera show because their voices are really, really impressive.
I would just have to go to one that's like sung in English, just so I could at least try and understand what's like.
See,
the
but
story.
I really don't care. Like, I just want to hear the vocals. I mean, the vocals are just so amazing and everything like that. I guess I would love to, actually hear it in English. But, I really don't mind. If I go to the Sydney Opera House, I will be satisfied.
Yeah. This guy, he could play the live action, The Immortal from Invincible.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah, I'm missing out on that one. But during the late part of his career, he actually crossed over into popular music, eventually becoming one of the most acclaimed tenors of all time.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah, that's really, really cool stuff. Yeah, he's considered one of the greatest tenors of all time, being a top 10 tenor of all time.
Wow. That's a pretty, distinct list to be a part of.
No, he couldn't. I disagree. I mean, they have certain qualities that look alike, but they definitely don't look enough alike to play him. But great singer. He would be a fun take on the character if they turned it into a musical.
Oh, yeah. Next up, born in 1936, we got Tony Kubek, American baseball shortstop. I don't know why you're laughing. American baseball shortstop, MLB All-Star, was in an All-Star in 1958, 1959, 1961 again, and in the World Series in 1958 as 1961 and in 1962. Played his whole career with the New York Yankees. Was a sportscaster with the NBC TV with Madison Square Garden.
Really, really cool stuff. Just a really great baseball player. I want to understand more about how he was.
Oh, me and John went into that.
How he was All-Star twice. How did you find
it? Was a doubleheader, and he played in both games.
Oh.
It took us so long to find that one fact because they just wouldn't list it out as that.
Really? That it was just a doubleheader that he played in both games, and that was impressive. I mean, that's super impressive. Cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he had a 9-year playing career with the New York Yankees. Quebec played in 6 World Series in the late 1950s and early 1960s and started in 37 World Series games.
Wow.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Tony. Next up, born in 1968, we got Hugh Jackman, an Australian stage and screen actor and singer. He did The Boy from Oz, X-Men playing Wolverine, and as well as The Greatest Showman and Kate and Leopold.
Yeah, like Leopold.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Definitely a great actor. Very iconic for being Wolverine in the X-Men series. They don't list off his greatest movie of all time, Real Steel. I don't know why they didn't put that in there.
I like Chappie more.
Is he Chappie?
Yeah, he's in Chappie.
I forgot he's in
He's
Chappie.
in 2 robot fighting movies.
That is hilarious. You cannot tell me that Chappie is better than Real Steel.
I can and I will.
That is such a wrong statement. That is such a wrong statement. Real Steel is one of my favorite movies from all childhood. I had the phone game when I originally got like a track like little smartphone.
Yeah.
It was a track phone that had a touch screen, and I got the Real Steel game.
Are
and
you
that
sure
was
it wasn't a Chappie game?
No, it was not a Chappie game. Chappie hadn't came out at that time. Because Chappie came out, like 4 years after Real Steel. And so I was late into high school by then. The whole, robot movies. I wasn't watching a lot of movies, to be honest, at that time.
Oh.
So I kind of missed Chappie until, like, my freshman year of college, to be honest. But Real Steel, classic from my childhood.
Oh, yeah.
He's also in Pan, the 2015. He's in all the X-Men. Greatest Showman, he did a great job in.
Oh, yeah.
He sang and did a really great job, surprising me with his singing ability in that one as well.
Yeah, and he's in Van Helsing. Great movie. Top tier. One of all time. The Prisoners, that's a really good one about him and the original Rhodey from Iron Man. Their kids get abducted, and so that's a thing.
Deadpool 3.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
He was really good in The Prestige, like a competitive magic.
There was supposed to be a Real Steel 2.
I don't think so. Me and John looked at that, and we think that it was just one of those movies that was talked about enough that they made a thing for it.
Oh, it was
Kind
just
of like how, I think if you scroll down enough, I'm pretty sure that down. They have they have Hancock too right next to it. And I don't think they plan on making a Hancock 2
I would have
anytime.
loved to have a Real Steel 2. But definitely a great actor. What's your favorite movie he's ever been in?
Oh, I am going to go with X-Men Origins.
X-Men Origins. That's a hot take right there.
Actually, not really. It's X-Men Days of Future Past.
X-Men Days of Future Past. That's a really good one.
Or the Wolverine, the one where it goes into like his backstory with a little bit of World War II.
Yeah. I thought
That's
that one
fun.
was good, but it definitely was
just had
not
moments.
my favorite. It's definitely the craziest Wolverine has ever looked in a movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the most he's passed out due to dehydration as well.
Yeah, he looked insane for that one.
Yeah, but Days of Future Past, it was so good. That's where you get like James McAvoy as Charles Xavier and Michael Fassbender as Magneto. So it was good.
I really enjoyed X-Men Last Stand.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I thought that one was really entertaining. I liked the whole entire Jean Grey progression and everything like that.
Is that the one where Magneto throws like the entirety of the Golden Gate Bridge at them?
Yes. I'm not sure. Is that the same movie? Is it in that movie? Is it the same movie where he basically works Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and just like he comes and attacks their little camp and he just like grabs him midair and just like grabs
and then
him.
he throws him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's in the same movie as the one where he throws the gate bridge, then yes, this is X-Men Last Dance.
I think so. Sometimes I mix up which one happened which.
Yeah, they all kind of mesh together. All those superhero movies kind of mesh together for me. But Hugh Jackman, a great actor that's been in a bunch of different things and kind of almost has you don't see a lot of actors that can completely surpass their superhero role. You know what I mean? And he's one of those few actors that can surpass his superhero role.
It's one of the few people that you can not imagine a role without them.
Yeah.
But you can imagine them out. You can just imagine them doing like any role out there.
Yeah, it's kind of like Christian Bale. He's been able to do that. He did that as well.
And he didn't even want to
Batman.
be in superhero movies after that.
No. And really the only reason he took on Batman was because people had told him that if he did a superhero movie, he wouldn't be able to act in another thing. And so he was like, I'm going to prove you wrong. I can do that.
Yeah.
And so then he acted in a superhero movie and then got a bunch of other big-time roles. And he actually said it was easier to get big-time roles after getting Batman.
I wonder why. Because you're in like the best Batman adaptation that had been done at its time.
Yeah, it was great stuff. But Wolverine, the best Wolverine adaptation done by Hugh Jackman.
Oh, yeah.
And Hugh Jackman was born on today. Happy birthday. And next up, born in 1975, we got Lex Lang, an American actor. He voiced a villain in the Power Rangers series.
Nice.
A few different villains in the Power Rangers series. He's also a big-time voice actor in
Was he not any of the Power Rangers?
No, he was not one of the Power Rangers.
Wow.
He actually never appeared, as he is a voice for a female character when she's out of suit.
Really?
But he is the voice when she is in
the
suit.
suit.
Yeah, before they reveal her identity.
Oh, kind of like in Sky High.
Yes, yes, definitely. Very similar to that. He's also in a old one that I don't remember. I do remember, but I didn't remember up until I saw it, which is Tuttenstein.
Yeah, classic show.
That's a classic one. He also voices in the Curious George series. He plays the doorman in the Curious George animated series.
Oh, he's in the Lupin the Third movies?
Yes, he also voice acts in all the Lupin the Third movies.
Is he in Avatar? I think he might be. I thought I saw like Avatar and Naruto characters. That's really cool.
Yeah, he voice acts in a bunch of different things.
That's crazy. Good for him doing honestly, voice acting has got to be some of the hardest voice acting. Oh, he's in Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter, Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yeah.
a bunch of different anime.
Yeah. Good for him.
Also did a bunch of American stuff as well with Curious George, Tutenstein, as well as Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Awesome
Amazing
stuff. Happy birthday, Lux Lang.
Yeah. Next up, born in 1981, we got Tom Geary, American actor known for their work in The Sandlot.
He's the main character from The Sandlot.
Smalls. Yep.
Yeah, he was awesome. That was, an absolute classic of a movie.
Yeah.
And he did a great job playing, like, the, base main character kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he's definitely the least, entertaining character of the entire movie.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's favorite, kid in that movie was Benny. Everyone wanted to be Benny.
Oh, if you were a kid, everyone wanted to be Benny. If you who your actual favorite character was always Squints.
Of course it's Squints.
It's Squints or Ham.
Oh yeah, of course, because the way he talks to those baseball players kills me every
Oh,
time.
the actual baseball players that come and
that play on an actual team.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it's got to be Squints, and it's because of one song, "This Magic Moment."
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
Squints.
that's a great one. But Tom Gurry, he did a great job as the main character. He acted in a few other things that didn't get as much traction as those, but definitely a great actor for that one really, really good movie.
Oh yeah, I remember I saw that he was in Black Hawk Down. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
He's got a rather small role in that, as well as the Revenant.
He's also in Lassie as well.
Oh, Lassie, nice.
We have hit zeros in this game, and Goody over at Malone's Bar and Grill in Maple Grove is taking home that $157 first place prize. That means that our last place player looks like that's Ash over at VFW Rush City, taking home a great prize as well, being the worst player in the state. Awesome stuff, and we'll talk about all of our winners in just a little bit. But we got to talk about our final celebrity birthday, and I'm a little upset that they only listed the Hunger Game films as his highlighted.
It wouldn't
movie
have been
season.
my first thought.
No, definitely not. But born in 1992, we got Josh Hutcherson, an American actor, famous for the Hunger Games, but he's also been in a lot of other big-time movies.
I think they only listed that because it was one of his big roles, because he was the love interest,
Yeah, he kind of was but Bridge to Terabithia, huge. The Journey series, Journey to the Center of the Earth, and Journey 2.
I would have said Zathura.
Zathura is a huge one. I probably would have said Bridge to Terabithia is the first thing I think of when I think of Josh Hutcherson.
He cracks me up in RV. I think that one is Robin Williams.
I don't think I've seen RV.
Oh, RV is hilarious. He ruins the he's in Kicking and Screaming.
I didn't know he was in Kicking and Screaming.
That's the best soccer movie of all time.
I haven't watched that in so long.
It's just because it's Will Ferrell. It's amazing.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff from childhood all the way up until today.
It looks like he even does voice acting nowadays too.
Really?
A little bit. Even at least in 2004 he did. He was on the Polar Express.
Yeah, as well as Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh,
in
wow.
2004 as well.
So he got a voice act with Christian Bale.
Oh, is he a voice actor in that? Yeah. Christian Bale's in
He's
it as
Howl.
well. I didn't realize that. I need to rewatch that movie just so I can hear Christian Bale's voice.
That's the coolest thing about all those Studio Ghibli films is that when they decided to release them for America.
Yeah, they got a bunch of big-time actors and actresses.
Yeah,
Ponyo has huge people in it.
Because Disney got all the rights to acquire the voice actors. And so they all just have I think Liam Neeson is in it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Liam Neeson, Noah Cyrus, Matt Damon, Betty White, Tina Fey. Yeah, a bunch of just big-time actors and actresses.
Oh, yeah. And it's really cool how they were able to do something like
Yeah,
that.
well, happy birthday, Josh Hutcherson. He's a classic from my childhood as
Oh,
he was
yeah.
in so many of those just really, really good movies early on. But we do have just 2 minutes and 30 seconds for you guys to get enrolled in this next game, as we're about to get enrolled into a little bit of top 10 action. This should be a really fun game, and we should be giving out some really good prizes. Over $2,000 available in this one, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play.
Yeah.
As the next game will be a little fishing derby action.
Ooh, definitely some awesome stuff. But as you guys are doing that, we got some Vikings news for you guys. And we're looking at some power ranking updates, as it's actually looking in our favor.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're looking at the ESPN NFL Nation. That last week we were placed at 7th, and this week we're at number 4. The Vikings already had an excellent chance to make the playoffs thanks to their hot start, but they've needed to overcome a late fourth quarter deficit in each of their past 3 games. They'll need to produce some steadier performances in the second half to ensure that they're playing with a lead and not leaving it up to the other team to take that advantage.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. I like that we're moving up in the standings.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, everybody's kind of in the same boat with our Minnesota Vikings. They're like, okay, we're going to rate them high because they're 4-1. Like, they're having a really good season.
Yeah.
But they need to improve. They need to get better.
It's like a little warning. It's like, hey, remember, Icarus,
Yeah.
stay a little away from the sun.
Exactly.
You got some stuff to work on.
So hopefully we can keep on getting better, improving. Kind of the same thing came out of Pete Prisco from CBS Sports rating. He moved us from 7th up to 5th place, so not as big of a rise, but still in the top 5. They are 4-1, but they sure made it interesting against the Bears, and the defense has to be better as they head to Miami. And I agree as well. Our defense needs to start stepping up a lot more. We've had a few big plays coming from our defense, like that Cameron Dantzler strip to end off the game. But we need to have some consistent play. We need to get after our quarterbacks consistently, and especially against Miami. If you can take advantage of getting pressure under a young quarterback, a rookie quarterback, it's going to looking like as Skylar Thompson's probably going to be.
We all know Tua's not going to be in that game.
Yeah, Tua or Teddy, they look to be out of that game, and it's going to be Skylar Thompson. Get some pressure on him, make him make mistakes.
They are down to number 3, aren't they?
Yeah, and build up that confidence for our Vikings as we can definitely make some differences by putting pressure on a rookie young quarterback.
Oh, yeah, we just got to hope that their receiver they still have that amazing receiving core.
Oh, I mean, the fastest receiving core
in the NFL,
yeah,
right?
arguably probably one of the fastest receiving cores of all time with having Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle on the same field at the same time. That's so much speed.
I know. It's like playing up against Velociraptors. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, it's impressive, but without a quarterback to get them the ball, we can take advantage of that and really limit their offense and try and get some more points on the board. And really, what comes down to it is if we can get this offense running on the level that we've seen it run, we'll be having almost an unstoppable team. Whether our defense is great or it's not that amazing, that offense, I mean, if it can put together a full 4 quarters of good play, we'll be a really unstoppable football team. As we'll see 1 quarter of great play, we'll see 2 quarters of great play, but we've never seen that full 4 quarters of great play. And we could put up over 40 to 50 points in an NFL game, which is super impressive. Not many teams can put up 40 to 50 points.
Oh yeah, I think we're just kind of like getting a little bit more used to being an offense-heavy team, and so it's just going to be a little bit.
Kirk Cousins,
he's even admitted that he's still got a little bit of time.
Yeah, he said last season, at the end of last season, he was farther along in the old system than he is in this new system.
Yeah.
And I think that's very valid. As you learn, you're going to continue to get better. And hopefully at some point during this season, he gets to the point he was in that old system. Yeah. And I have faith that once he is at that point, he'll be by far way better of a quarterback for it and just be a lot better, more productive, and leading to more wins for this football team.
Exactly. Then we'll be able to see all those, complete 4 quarters of domination.
Exactly. That's going to be the huge thing. Also, that line meshing together, as we still have some very young pieces on that offensive line, and they will just continue to get better as they build up some confidence.
Oh, yeah.
We do have 7 minutes left in this game as Sioux is in first place. We'll see if they can hold on to it. But we do have our top 10 from that last game of Blingo Bingo.
Oh, yeah. Starting us off in 10th, we had FGTC2 over at Benton Station, taking them $31. 9th was PHMH over at Northside Grill. In 8th, we had Jill over at Morty's Bar and Grill, taking home $47. Also taking home $47. And 7th was B&N over at VFW Zambroda. In 6th, we had Murphy over at the Red Door Bar taking home $47. Also taking home $47 in 5th was Woody over at Cleveland Municipal. In 4th, we had Dugout over at the Sunset Grill taking home $62. Taking home $78, we had Robin Taken in 2nd over at Eagle St. James. In 2nd, we had Double Trouble over at the Mabel Liquor Store taking home $125. And in 1st, we had Goody over at Malone's Bar and Grill taking home $157. And our biggest loser taking home the same prize as Goody was Ash over at VFW Rush City, taking home $157.
Definitely some awesome stuff there for those players, and hopefully we could see some more awesome players getting wins in this game right here, as you could take home, I mean, $81 for 6th place. Big rise up from 10th place, $27. So big rise if you can get those few points in. Let's see what 1st place is getting. $816 for 1st place. So definitely get after it. Don't leave any plays left on the board. Now, our defense is probably the biggest question on this team. What defender are you hoping you can see step up on this team? Maybe Patrick Peterson, Harrison Smith, Daniel Hunter, who's not been getting as many pressures on the quarterback.
I want to see Daniel Hunter step up, and I just wish we could. I wish Lewis Seen would have been a little more healthy.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one. But I think he was kind of one of those guys that he was never going to get a true start during this season, as we had those veteran guys, and we were trying to figure out the defense and everything. So I don't necessarily think that I hope that he's a productive player for us in the future. Yeah. But I think this season was kind of more of a learning season for him anyways.
I was just hoping to maybe see a little bit more like glimpses of the players that we're going to be seeing of him in a couple of years.
I agree. I think Andrew Booth Jr. now
quite a picture of that,
now Andrew Booth Jr. is that player to look out for in this season, as he really has stepped up. We need some help in the cornerback room, and he's a guy that he's been injured for a majority of this season. And once he actually gets out there on the field and getting some more playing time, he should be able. I hope that we see a little bit more of a step up from him.
Oh, yeah.
But probably the guy I want to see step up the most is Patrick Peterson.
Yeah.
We've been seeing too many mistakes from him. The veteran guy, he's got to be that more of lockdown veteran presence. Go over there and lock up a side of a field for us, especially if we're giving him safety help as well. And so I want to see him produce just a little bit more for us.
Oh, yeah, understandable.
But hopefully you guys are supporting our Minnesota Vikings by playing the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick out a letter in the SCO bonus to see if you can win some great prizes. You can also take home some PGL points during those Vikings games if you fill out our E-Tip boards. You have all the way up until game time, 12 o'clock on Sunday, when the Vikings take on the Dolphins, to fill out those 5 squares on those E-Tip boards. And to fill those out, it's as easy as clicking on that Player Connect app, clicking on the sports link, and then those boards will be right up in front of you. All you got to do is pick them out randomly, and you'll be awarded points during those games.
Ooh, oh, yeah, but just a reminder that whenever you guys are playing Pilot games, to share those pictures with us. We love to get those pictures and to see your guys' happy face. So if you guys win a jackpot, hold your iPad up and let us see you guys holding that jackpot message. Send us pictures of you guys playing with you or just your friends or even your favorite bartender. You guys can share those pictures on Facebook or by emailing them to us directly at jackpots@pilotgames.com. Or you can even put them up on any of your social media with the hashtag PilotGames, and we'll be able to scoop it up from there.
Yeah, we do have a great player picture. We gave this out a few weekends ago, $49,051. That went out to Fred Trisha. Definitely just an awesome one going out there. And hopefully we can see some more jackpots like that go out during these games. Like if you take home that $816 first place prize, we'd love to see a player picture of it.
Oh, yeah.
But we do have a little bit of fishing to check in with as we're coming into this great fall fishing season. And Detroit Lake, and we're checking in with Detroit Lake area lakes done by Explore Minnesota on October 7th. 2022. Water temperatures in Detroit Lake area have been hovering around 62 degrees, but the cold fronts that moved in late this week should cause temperatures to drop into the 50s. The fall walleye bite has been good and should be heating up even more by the weekend. On windy or cloudy days, work the shallow weed edges. On days that are sunny, hit the outside weed edges near the sharp breaks. Jigs and rigs with minnows have offered the best bite. With weekends of full moon, try trolling crankbaits through the shallows after dark. Muskie anglers have been enjoying success on Big Detroit, Pelican, Beers, Sally, as well as many Point Lakes. And the bite should only improve as water temperatures continue to cool. casting, and trolling baits have been productive, but look for the big suckers under the bobbers to become even very effective once the cold fronts move on in. Most crappies have dropped in deeper waters and are setting up closer to the near ice locations.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you guys are checking out Beers Lake. It sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it should be some really, really cool stuff. At Pelican Lake, I think that has the mother of all pelicans at it.
Oh, interesting.
One of those Minnesota roadside attractions.
Oh, it might. I feel like it is.
Okay, no, I don't think it is. I gotta. Okay, Pelican Pete is in Pelican Rapids, Minnesota.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't think it's on Pelican Lake.
I see.
Ah, dang it. But definitely some awesome stuff out there fishing. I do love the mother of all pelicans.
Oh, yeah, definitely a fun one.
Yeah, it's a definite cool one. We do have just 50 seconds left in this game right here. We'll see who ends up getting that first place spot, as it looks like Big Cobbs is in first place. We'll see if they can hold on to it, as Lucky has a few plays left. Miss Wolf is in second. Ooh. We'll see if fifth place can move up in this one, as they have quite a few plays left. You don't want to leave anything 25 seconds to get those plays in, and you could really move up that money total as you move up in those top five. So definitely do that, as, I mean, it's $100 increments at times during that moving up in that top five. We'll see where they landed, as they're now in third place, still with quite a few plays left, and are closing in on that point total of the first place player. We'll see if they move into second place when we switch back over, but we are closing in. Zeros have now hit the board. We'll see where they ended up landing, if any plays were left on the board when it hit zero.
Hopefully not.
See, it looks like they still had some plays left, so we definitely have to wait for the blue screen to pop up, because they could be in first place in this one. But it does look like Big Cobbs was able to hold on to it. Yes, they were. Big Cobbs over at Molitor's Quarries taking home $810. We'll be taking a quick break while you guys are getting enrolled in the next game, and we'll be back to play some more great PGL game action. Hey guys, and we are here for some more PGL game action. We're in a little bit of fishing derby action. We got a smallmouth prize of $248 and a largemouth prize of $1,304, as we already got players like Yak in first place getting after it. But we will be getting those players from that game of top 10 that we just played, and we have the top 10 players right here.
Oh, yeah, kicking us off in 10th, we got Boo Hoo over at Poppers, taking home $27. In 9th place, we had Derek over at the Red Door Bar, taking home $54. Taking home $81 in 8th was TNB over at the Alibi Gilbert. In 7th was Spotlight over at Riverside in Holly, taking home $81. Also taking home $81 in 6th was Lucky over at VFW Wells. In 5th was Four Amigos over at the Trapper Bar and Grill, taking home $135. Taking home $216 was Her Ring over at Moose Lodge Albert Lay. In 4th, we had Ms. Wolf over at Super Bowl, taking home $270. In 2nd, able to get a good push forward was Chooch 832 over at Hooligans, taking home $540 after getting that good push forward. But in first place, taking home the big money was Big Cobbs over at Molitor's Quarry, taking home $810.
Good job to all of those players getting some great wins during our great game of top 10. We are now in this game of fishing derby. Sass is taking over that first place prize. We'll see if they can hold on to that. But we do have some great wild news to get into, as tomorrow night the New York Rangers are taking on our Minnesota Wild. The Wild are 6-2 in their last 8 meetings, boding well for this game as well. But the game prediction is New York played on Tuesday, and this game is the first game of a back-to-back for the Rangers. This will be Minnesota's first game of the season, and they will be ready. The Wild were excellent in offense last season. They ranked 5th in goals per game and 11th in shots per game. Just excellent offensive production for us. The Wild won both matchups against the Rangers last year and scored 3 goals or more in each game. Minnesota has done well against the Rangers, winning 6 out of the last 8 meetings. Playing at home, the Wild will hopefully win this game by 2 or more goals. The prediction is winning it by 2 or more goals. I think that's awesome stuff. Right now, the over-under is at 6 goals. We are favorited in this game by 1.5 goals, so we need those 2 goals or more to be able to win in Vegas's eyes.
Oh, yeah. So I am saying we are going over.
Over. That's what my prediction was in today already.
And I think it's going to be a total of, let's see.
I said 5-2 victory for
I was going to say a total,
Wild.
Yeah, I was going to say total 7 with, I was going to do 5-2.
Yeah, that's
making it so we have that extra third.
Yeah, I like that one. Ben made the prediction of a 2-1 victory for our Minnesota Wild, so going the under, and we actually lose in Vegas's eyes, but I don't care as long as we get that win in the actual record book.
Honestly, I'm fine with losing in Vegas's eyes.
Yeah, who cares about Vegas?
Yeah.
But unless you're betting in Vegas.
Then I wish you guys luck.
Yeah, but John made the score prediction that we will actually get our last 8 meetings record with them scored in this game in a 6-2 victory for our Minnesota Wild as we go to 7-2 against them in our last 9 meetings.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I think that would be a fun way to have it happen. So definitely some cool stuff there. We do still have close to 9 minutes left in this game, as lots of players are getting after it. Jimmy is in first place over at Tootsie's, but with quite a few plays over with, as some of these players have a lot of plays left.
Oh yeah, and I like how they all got that player picture almost all in 5th, all the way till 5th, just all matching. It's
They all
great.
got a bunch of elves.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff working in Santa's workshop. But I'm super excited to see this Wild season. What I'm mostly excited for is to see who is going to be that big top scorer next to Kirill Kaprizov, because Kirill Kaprizov is going to draw so much attention. There's going to be other players that he's going to be able to pass it on to, and they're going to be able to get those points. Who is going to be that player that's going to be elite in scoring for him? Because I know one of those young players are going to be stepping up.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure who it's going to be. I'm going to
I would have to do a little bit more research on those
Yeah.
young players to really get
Just
a
'cause I'm-
good guess on it.
Yeah.
But I do think that there is a few of those young players that are very promising. And I also think it's hard to tell which one of those young players, as each one of those preseason games, we saw a different young player be that
Different person
guy.
was stepping up each game.
Yeah, so it's a tough tell to be who's going to be replacing those Kevin Fiala
Yeah.
scores that we had last season.
Oh, yeah. But if you guys want to support our Wild against their game against the Rangers tomorrow at 7 p.m., we have teamed up with them for the ETAB game Let's Go Wild. You guys can play that today at your favorite Minnesota bar and check out that slap shot bonus round. Definitely a ton of fun where you can earn a bunch of good cash.
Yeah, next Wednesday, we're actually switching over to a Wild Wednesday, which should be some awesome stuff. We'll put on our coats and be in the ice studio, which should be a blast, trying to give out a bunch of great prizes and support our Minnesota Wild as they are fully within their regular season. But you guys are fully in this PGL night as we are in this game of Fishing Derby, and a bunch of PGL points have already been awarded tonight. But just last night, we had a bunch of points awarded as well, and that caused some shakeups in these standings.
Oh, yeah, and starting off on the player side of these standings, in 10th place, jumping in from outside of the standings, we got Panda over at the roadside with 654,000 points. In 9th place, previously in 7th, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford getting knocked back, currently sitting with 710,000 points. With 750,000 points in 8th place, previously in 9th, jumping forward, it's big-time player Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin. In 7th place, previously in 8th, also jumping forward, it's Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 760,000 points. In 6th place, holding on to that spot, it's Chapster over at Moe's with 789,000 points. With 791,000 points in 5th place, we got Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th is Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 827,000 points. In 3rd, it's Sloppy over at Mullins Bar and Grill with 843,000 points. With an exactly 10,000 point lead in 2nd, it's Devoided over at the roadside with 853,000 points. And in 1st place, holding on to the lead for a while now, it's Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,233,000 points.
Yeah, definitely some awesome point totals there for those players, and we'll see as they continue to gain those points. I haven't seen a lot of those top players out there getting points today. I haven't seen many of them, but we'll probably see when we check in tomorrow during that Cup of Joe whether some shakeups have happened or not. But on to the location side of these standings. In 10th place, previously in 9th, we got Corner Bar and Grill Winstead with 2,076,000 points. With 2,079,000 points in 9th place, previously in 10th, passing up Corner Bar and Grill in Winstead, it's Cabin Bar in Nicolette. 8th place is LJ's in Miltona with 2,195,000 points. With 2,229,000 points in 7th place, we got VFW Austin. 6th place is Friendly Buffalo in Big Lake with 2,232,000 points. With 2,256,000 points in 5th place, we got Corner Pocket in Rice. 4th place is the Mabel Liquor Store with 2,504,000 points. With 2,746,000 points in 3rd place, previously in 2nd, we got Poppers in Virginia. Passing up Poppers, getting into 2nd place from 3rd in the 2nd, we got VFW Northfield with 2,751,000 points. And with a whopping 3,565,000 points, starting to run away with that 1st place spot in these location standings, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. An awesome season for them.
Oh, yeah. Good job to all of our locations in those standings and all those players out there supporting them. You guys are definitely making Season 12 right.
Yeah, you already said that Sloppy is your player to watch on this one. I said Brizo is my player to watch, and we'll see if either of them were out there tonight getting some wins. But you guys are coming down to the final 4 minutes of this game of Fishing Derby, and we're hoping to give out some great prizes in this one. Hopefully one of those 2 great jackpots, $248 or $1,304 in this one. But it looks like players are starting to finish up those plays. Lamb in 3rd place still has some plays yet left. Yak has a bunch of plays left in that 5th place spot. GRNWNV still has plays, as well as OMA in 9th has some plays left as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely some close races there.
Who do you think is moving up out of those players that still have plays?
I think we're going to be seeing Lamb move up maybe just a little bit.
I'm going to do the obvious prediction, Yak, because he has got the most plays left in the top 5. I feel like he'll be moving up, trying to get into maybe one of those top 2 spots, maybe even compete for 1st place.
Oh, yeah, make sure you guys are using all your plays, as you guys have less than just 3.5 minutes left to use all those plays. But if you guys aren't signed up at the PGL.world, I don't know why not, since you guys are here on this PGL Nights.
Oh, Yak already in second place, moving up.
Ooh.
Could be competing for a first place spot. Is only need 80 points to get into first place. And there it is. Yak is taking over first place. Big time movement for them in the final 3 minutes of this game.
Oh, yeah. But if you guys want to be earning all those PGL points, you got to make sure you're signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. Those PGL players, they compete for those points, as well as having access to insider information that includes a monthly newsletter that has a ton of great information in it. Not only that, when you guys get signed up, you get put on our new PGL member spotlight, where we'll see if we give you guys a little bit of extra luck if we can't jumpstart you guys on those PGL standings.
Lamb.
Oh,
You
what'd I
predicted
say?
Lamb to be moving up, and they've taken over first place spot. But Yak has more plays than Lamb still on the board.
And shortly behind.
Just barely behind. This should still be a close race coming into the final 2 minutes.
We are on the wire, people.
This should be some fun stuff heading into the final bit of this game. But those players that just got signed up at PGL.world, a little bit of luck heading out to you guys. Blue Frog 12, Pink Fly 123, Fred Jisha, BJ Palumbo, Andrew Scar, Sparky File, Gina 1440, B Sanjir 34, Midnight, Kate, Shaw M, JLP, as well as Peterson 27.
Oh, yeah. Congrats to all those players getting signed up at the PGL.world. We can't wait to see you guys on those standings. But here we go. We got Yak taking over first place again. Going on. I don't think Lamb is going to have any plays.
Let's see. Does Lamb have any plays left?
No.
Wow. So our top
Yakety
5
yak.
outside of Yak in first place is out of plays. Yak finish up those plays in the last minute and 30 seconds and get as many points to make sure that none of those players outside in this top 5 region, bottom 5, or maybe outside of our top 10 can't creep up and catch up to you. But it looks like the entirety of the top 9 has used up the rest of their plays,
And
as
Yak
well
still
as
gaining
Yak.
a lead. Wow. Good job, Yak. But we will have to wait until that blue screen just to make sure on that win.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. We do have some very interesting stuff in music history as we are waiting for that final blue screen to pop up for us.
Oh, yeah. And in 1996, in music history, one of these things is not like the other. Here's what the U.S. album chart looks like in 1996. I believe that was the year. Yeah, 1996. So, year my sister was born, I think. In first, we got Celine Dion, Falling Into You.
Wow.
At number 2nd was Kenny G, the man, with The Moment.
Yeah.
And in third place.
Two very heartwarming.
Yeah, very heartwarming. In third place, maybe just as heartwarming, we have Marilyn Manson's Antichrist Superstar.
That is, I mean, I don't know how that got to number 3, but that is the weirdest top 3 I've ever seen in the album top 3
Props to you,
list.
man.
It was the same day that the original Superstar, Jesus Christ Superstar, came out.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense why that song, blew big at the same time kind of deal.
Pretty funny.
But
He's a guy.
crazy, Falling Into You, The Moment, and then you got Marilyn Manson, with a crazy one in third place. Just really, really funny stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
But also on today, in 2013, Lorde, at the age of just 16, becomes the youngest solo artist to write and record a Hot 100 #1 hit when Royals claim the top spot.
I didn't know she was 16.
That is so impressive. I didn't realize how young she was.
Because I was 13 when that song came out. I didn't know she didn't look like she was 3 years older than me.
No.
She was singing in a whole music video that she had, and she wrote that song herself. She had an amazing voice.
Crazy.
She didn't seem like she was just only. She still doesn't seem like she's 3 years older than me.
Yeah, she's barely.
She's so successful.
We do have Yak over at Stanchion Bar in Hamel taking home the official $77 first place prize. Good job, Yak. We'll get the rest of that top 10 to you guys in just a little bit, as well as if anybody got a jackpot win in that game, we'll be highlighting you as well. But we are about to get enrolled into a little bit of wipeout blackout action, a little summer themed. Hold on to that warm weather as you guys
Just
have
a
4
little bit.
minutes to get enrolled in this one. If you're a fan of Skull Bingo, you definitely want to play a little bit of this wipeout blackout action. But it is surprising whenever you see these young artists, because you're like, wow, I've known them as stars since I've started paying attention to music, but they're only about 2-3 years older than I am.
You know what's even worse than that? When I see future NBA talent or
that's
something
way
like that.
younger than you.
Oh my gosh. Some of these people are like 10 years younger than me, and they're getting talked about like they're going to be in the NBA tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
why? He's in middle school. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Isn't Anthony Edwards younger than you?
Anthony Edwards is younger than me. Do you know how many people in the NBA are younger than us?
Oh, there's a bunch of people younger than us. But I was just like, even our star like player who's supposed to be coming into his 3rd year NBA stardom kind of thing. He's younger
like
than us.
21.
He just turned 21, I think, last year.
Yeah, he was born in 2001. Him and like he is. I think John's older than him.
Yeah, he's a super, super young guy, but very talented. Super cool stuff. Lord at 16 coming out with Royals, which was super popular on the radio all the time. Really, really cool stuff. The only other guy that I really know that blew up, like even younger than that, is Chief Keef.
Yeah, I saw Little Baby. He has the most Hot 100s. He was the youngest
Really?
person. He has 100 that have hit the Hot 100. He was 17 in 2012?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, he was super young. Yeah, at the age of 16, he was on Kanye Remix.
Didn't he basically help start YouTube as well?
Yeah, he's one of the.
He was one of the first people
or you're
releasing music.
thinking of what's his name? Soulja Boy. I think it was Soulja Boy.
I think so.
Because Soulja Boy did a lot of that stuff as well. He blew up really young as well.
Yeah.
But it's always impressive when those young stars can maintain stardom. And Lord is still putting out songs that gain pretty good popularity. We just have 2 minutes to get enrolled in this game of Wipeout Blackout. $14,445 of total prizes, and we got 92 players enrolled into this game. Hopefully, we see one of you guys take home a great prize. But you can take home some great prizes in other games outside of our live bingo. Some of those are our e-tabs. We got a bunch of different e-tabs, but right now we're listening to one of my favorites. It's called Make It Rain. It's got a really funny animation where you get to see Benjamin Franklin get hit by a Benjamin Franklin dollar bill, just getting hit right in the face. It's really awesome stuff.
That is amazing. He's in the Hawaiian shirt. Makes it even better. But if that isn't quite your theme, which I'm not sure why it wouldn't be, we have over 70 different charitable e-tab games that you guys can check out, all with their own theme. You guys can play these at any time to win huge prizes up to $1,500. And all these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, as well as awesome bonus and free play rounds.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. And hopefully we can see some great prizes go out in these live bingo games before we get off air, as we have 100 players enrolled into this game now. Woo! Should be some fun stuff. But we always got a bunch of players and a bunch of prizes available during our lunchtime bingo. And our lunchtime bingo's gotten a few shakeups to our standings lately. And I'll take the players on this side, as you took the players last time, right?
I believe,
I'm pretty sure. In 10th place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers with 99,000 points. With 100,000 points in 9th place, we got Kirby over at VFW Blaine. 8th place is Red at American Legion Fridley with 103,000 points. With 122,000 points in 7th place, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. 6th place is Tez over at Poppers with 135,000 points. With 191,000 points in 5th place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. 4th place is Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 197,000 points. And with 213,000 points, previously in 2nd, now in 3rd, we got Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley. Moving from 3rd into 2nd, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with 216,000 points. And with 233,000 points gaining on their lead in 1st place, we got Mikey Wins over at Steve O's.
Oh, yeah, good job to all those players in those standings. But now onto the locations they're supporting. In 10th place, we got Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 105,000 points. 9th, it's Steve O's over in Crystal with 113,000 points. With 120,000 points in 8th place, we have Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 7th is Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent with 123,000 points. With 236,000 points in 6th place, we have Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. In 5th place, it's VFW Blaine with 239,000 points.
Before you keep on going, we got Cubes over at Pooters Sports Bar taking home $37 on that line prize.
Oh, yeah, good job to you, Cubes. In 4th place on our Twiking Zone standings, we have Poppers in Virginia with 345,000 points. 3rd place is Corky's Bar South Haven with 401,000 points. With 459,000 points in 2nd, it's American Legion Fridley. And in first place and with a commanding lead, we have VFW Spring Lake Park with 560,000 points.
Definitely some awesome stuff going out to those locations and players. Should be a really fun lunchtime tomorrow as that jackpot continued to grow into tomorrow's lunchtime bingo. But we do still have people getting after these prizes. We're trying to give out this $10,000 large frame as it's the largest jackpot available in this game.
Ooh.
And hopefully we could see it go out. Players are 3 balls away from taking it home. We do have a little bit of Twins news as the Twins lost 3 players on the waiver wire Tuesday.
Ooh.
Outfielder Jake Cave was claimed by the Orioles. Infielder Jermaine Palacio was claimed by the Tigers, and catcher Caleb Hamilton was claimed by the Red Sox. The Twins also removed 2 pitchers from their 40-man roster, Devin Smeltzer and Jan Romeo.
Ah, nice. But we do have a winner. We got MN21 over at American Legion Fridley, taking home $59 on that large frame prize. Good job to you, MN21, which I'm guessing might have just turned 21.
Yeah, Minnesota 21.
Yeah.
We do have Munchie over at Municipal Liquor Store Twin Valley, taking home that $74 Musco coverall prize as we're about to get enrolled into this next game of Wipeout Blackout. Hopefully you guys are getting enrolled in press and play as all 3 of those jackpots didn't go out in this game and should be growing and rolling into this next one.
Oh, yeah, make sure you guys are getting enrolled in press and play. But if you guys want to continue to support our Twins in their offseason, Pilot Games has teamed up with Minnesota Twins, and you guys can play the E-Type game we teamed up with them for, Twins Win. And you guys can play that today wherever Pilot Games are played, and check out that Home Run Derby bonus round.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. We love that Home Run Derby bonus round, and it's an absolute blast. But you guys are about to get enrolled into this next game, and we have that top 10 from Fishing Derby we'd love to talk about.
Oh, yeah, in 10th, we had Triple D over at No Neck Tony's Lake Elmo, taking him $46. Also taking him $46 in 9th, it's Deb57 over at Charlie's Bar. In 8th was Goody over at Maline's Bar and Grill, taking him $46. In 7th, we had GRN WNV over at Double Wide, taking him $46. In 6th was Jimmy over at Tootsie's, taking him $46. Also taking him $46 in 5th, we had SAS over at Sunshine Depot. In 4th, we had T.O. over at the Poor House of Clark's, taking home $61. Taking home $69 in 3rd was Colo over at Kathleen's Pub. In 2nd place, we had Lamb over at Harbor Inn Garrison, taking home $69. And in 1st, we had Yak over at Stanchion Bar, taking home $77. But we did have a smallmouth jackpot that went out, to none other than Double Trouble, who's playing over at Maple Liquor Store when they took home $247. Good job to you, Double Trouble, taking home that smallmouth jackpot and all of our players in the top 10.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff going out there. We just have 50 seconds to get enrolled in this final game of this Twins Wednesday. $14,827, $17 of total prizes in this one, and we got over 87 players enrolled in this game.
Ooh.
But we do have some national days to get into. The first one being more of a knowledge-based one. It's
Yeah.
World Arthritis Day. On October 12th each year, World Arthritis Day spreads awareness about the most prevalent disease in the world. This awareness day highlights the need for early diagnosis and treatment. There's also preventative care as well, and there's a lot of good ways to be able to maintain your world with arthritis.
And I think it's definitely something our generation is going to want to learn a lot about. It's something that we're definitely going to need to know about. We're constantly having our hands in the same position with our cell phones, same with our necks, same with like playing video games for extended periods of time. It's been a big thing with our generation, so definitely want to look into with arthritis.
Yeah, we definitely would be looking at that. Next up is National Vermont Day. On October 12th, the Green Mountain State is recognized on National Vermont Day. It is the 14th state to join the United States, and the state derives its name from the French word vert for green and mont for mountain, meaning, Vermont means green mountain.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff on today. Vermont's super interesting as it actually only has one area code.
Yeah, I saw that, and it's one of the few states that has made billboards illegal.
Yes,
which
is a totally makes sense. You shouldn't be distracting drivers.
Exactly.
I could agree with that. We do have Amy over at Buffalo House as well as Carrie Deb splitting up that $33 line prize. They're playing at the Barrel House Bar and Cafe. We are now working on a $10,000 large frame prize as we continue talking about great national days.
Yeah, next up, we have National Savings Day. National Savings Day sets aside October 12th to recognize those who value the act of saving and to provide simple steps to show getting started isn't as difficult as it may seem.
That was an impressive transition. You went from sneeze right back into it.
Oh, yeah. What can I say? We're all about being smooth here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But definitely a great day. It's never a wrong time to start saving up some money. I know a big life goal of mine is to at some point have half of a year's paychecks in my savings.
I want to be
that's
able
a
to,
life goal for me.
I want to be able to break my neck trying to dive into a pile of coins.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Like they do in the shows.
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Well, happy National Savings Day. Next up is National Gumbo Day. On October 12th, the menu spotlight National Gumbo Day for food holidays. This heavily seasoned stew-like dish fills up on chilly fall days.
Oh, yeah. It's a really good food. Next up, though, we do have Nikki over at Lansing Corners taking home $54 on that large frame prize, and we have moved on over to a $67 Musco coverall prize.
Yeah, we also got National Farmers Day, highlighting all the hardworking farmers across the United States, as well as National Free Thought Day, and it's about making your own opinions on facts, science, logic, and reason. Definitely a great one.
All because of the Salem witch trials.
Yeah, super good stuff.
Oh, yeah. We do have a winner as we have Debbie over at Parker's Last Stop Bar and Liquor Store taking home that $67 Musco coverall prize. Good job to Debbie, Nikki, and as well as Carrie, Deb, and Amy, all taking home wins in this last game of Wipeout Blackout.
Well, enjoy a little bit of Skull Bingo. That's what you're going to get enrolled into next. Or try out the newest E-Tab game we just released, Bounty Hunter. Collect up lucky horseshoes, try out the Bonanza bonus, or try your luck and pick a lucky door in the Saloon Door bonus. Whether you're playing E-Tabs, you're playing live bingo, you guys are supporting a specific charity wherever you guys are playing at. And that's the reason at the end of every single broadcast we say, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. 5 times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is.
53 balls.